Yeah, myself, Dr. Parkavi, working as Associate Professor in MS Ramaya in Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So my area of research interest data analysis, educational data mining, and educational technology. Once again, I'll share my screen.
You're able to share. Do you have any difficulty?
Is it coming?
Yes, we can see now. Yes.
Okay, one just change it. Can you able to see? Just check. Can see the change. Second.
This is not in the presenter's mode. It's just the PPT and the first slide that we can see.
Okay, then I'll go to. Okay, now.
Now we can see what is big data. Is that the screen?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah, now it
Okay.
is. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about big data analytics in the health sector. How can we use it? So first, let's discuss what is big data. So there are three V's involved in big data. Okay, the first one is volume, then velocity. So variety of data are available, and how fast the data come through the sensors or any other input devices, right? It will be very fast. So in large velocity, the data is captured, and large volume of data also captured, and the variety of data also different. So these are the three dimensionality of big data. So if anybody wants to work in this, any one of these domains, so how the data are getting generated, all those things, they can, according to their interest, if they want to work on the storage related issues and do the research or any project related to that, they can do it. Okay, so big data, it is dealing with complex data sets. So it's not only going to deal with only the text data. For example, if you consider only the computer science engineers, it will be, they'll be working on many a times, they'll be working on the text data, 1 lakh rows, 2 lakh rows, 5 lakh rows, like that. We'll take the data and work. Slowly nowadays, they started working on the image data also. Because so many predefined libraries are available. So using that, they can easily do those tasks. So here, what are the different data sources we can consider for the big data? So it is not only the surveys or feedbacks what we collect from the customers. So that also will process sometimes. Okay, so apart from that, even when we people move from one place to another place, like which are the shops we visit. Okay, so our GPS location and where we are going, what we are purchasing in each shop. So all those things also can be captured. Okay, so apart from that, even Japan or Indonesia kind of earthquake-prone areas, if you take, like is there how the parameters are collected? The sensors are placed in a different places, so all the time the sensors will be monitoring and they'll be collecting the data. Okay, so these kind of different data sources are available. So previously, if you take, we were using only the data processing software, something like DBMS, okay, database management system. Many of you might have learned. So using that, we'll insert the data, we'll create the tables, create the database, then tables will create. We'll link them using primary keys, foreign keys, then we'll be accessing them. Whenever we want, we'll retrieve the data. Okay, whenever we want to update, we'll do it. So all these kinds of traditional data processing softwares are available even before SQL and all. People were using MS Access kind of data processing softwares they were using. But nowadays, slowly we moved on to so many environments where we can work over the big data using Python or R or Java, like anything, like any coding languages, programming languages you can use for processing the big data. Okay, so here, how are we going to deal with the large amount of data? Okay, that is also a major challenge which lies before us. Okay, so we have to deal with that also. So why we have, first of all, why we need to deal with big data? Okay, so customers or clients, their details we are collecting, we are storing it. So collecting also a major issue, storing also a major issue. Then out of that, the business people, they want to extract some valuable information. Okay, so that is a business problem here. So business people, they want to make money out of the big data processing. So now, just now we discussed about what are the 3 V's of big data. So large amount of data comes. Okay, sometimes it may be coming in a slower rate, or sometimes it may be in different rate. Okay, so earthquake related parameters or weather related data and all, if you take like moderately, in moderate speed, they will be generated. Okay, so as I mentioned, the third V is variety of data. So it's not only the text data, it may be audio data also, or it may be video data also, or it may be any other data. Okay, any type of data it may be. 1 second. Just. So there are 3 V's of big data which are important with respect to the big data. So nowadays, previously when we were handling the data through the DBMS and all, it's a structured data. Everything like the attributes. This is the data type of each and every attribute like that will manage. But now what's the issue is like the data in what rate it is getting generated, you cannot able to structure it and store it in a database management system like a tables or like that. We don't want to store. However, it is getting captured from the patients or from the customers or clients. We just want to capture it and we just want to store it and process it and add some business value. So business people will get the benefit out of it. Okay, that's a major task. So here, the big data or data analytics or AI or ML, all those things, if you see, finally, the business people, they want to get benefit. Okay, so what value we add to their business, that is a major role through all this AI, ML, big data, data analytics, all these domains. Okay, so here, what are the 2 more V's which we can add to the big data? So that is, we have to add the value to the business. Okay, so and veracity. Okay, variety of data we could able to accommodate. Okay, we should not say only the text data I can collect through this for this particular domain or business. Only the audio data I can collect and store. So business people, they'll say that okay, whatever data you want, we'll give you the budget, we'll give you the money, like you process it, you collect from the customers whatever the data, what data you want, you tell us. We when the see even during the billing they ask us to give our phone numbers and all, right? So the mobile numbers and all they'll capture. So through that, what happens next time? Uh, for example, if you have gone to coffee day or if you have gone to one coffee day in particular area, okay, maybe like Banshakri somewhere, Kattikuppe near. If you okay, so next time if you go near to that shop once again, the next day or the next week, automatically what happens? You will get the recommendation. Okay, so this is like pushing the notification to you. So tempting the customers. See, all because we have shown the interest already, we have gone there once. So by seeing the notification, okay, let's go once again. Like that will feel. Or what will happen if somewhere else coffee day is there? If your vehicle is moving towards that. So before that only you will get the notification. Nearby one coffee day is there, which is your favorite shop. It may not be our favorite, but still we'll get the notification like that. So these kind of value additions and all we can do through the big data analytics. Okay, so here what we are doing, that mobile number also collected and GPS location and what shop they have visited. So different data. Okay, we are connecting and we are adding some value to it. Okay, so in this way we have to find out how can any business people, if they want to improve their business, so how can they add the um, like the programmers or the data analyst or the data scientists, they have to look into that problem what the business people they want, and accordingly we should provide them, okay, these are the possible data which you can collect and you can provide the value to it to improve your business. Okay, so and how much the data is truthful. Okay, for example, when someone visits some exhibition or any shop or any musical shop or anywhere, okay, if you visit or any mall, if you visit, like they will ask us the survey, right? So we'll be filling the survey form. So how true we fill the data? Okay, sometimes in hurry burry, we'll be filling the data. So how truthfully we fill the data, so that data is how much reliable. So if you are maybe like using the forms, if they are taking the survey, that's okay. But in the hard copy, if you're filling it, then for keying that in, another person is needed. So who will key in the data, or they will scan the data and from the image to the unstructured data format, it will be converted and further it can be processed. So which will add the value to the business. Okay, so now the big data and the data analytics, okay, along with AML and all, they are playing a major role presently if we look into it. That's why in many colleges, if you see what basically from the CSE stream now, ISE was there. Apart from that, now what started happening, AML, AML, A and data science, and CSE, AML, CSE, cyber security. So like that, so many divisions, allied branches, they started coming because when we handle this big data, so how are we going to, we are capturing the data from the user. So how we are going to store the data securely and through the network when it is getting transferred, how securely we are going to uh, make sure that the privacy of the data is ensured. Okay, so there comes all this cyber security, all those algorithms and all comes. Okay, because none of the companies, they will like to leak the information about their customers, because customers, again, they may sue them, right? They have all the authority to sue them. So here, um, taking care of the privacy preservation also plays a major role. So now, previously, if you see people, they were going into robotics, mechanical, civil engineering, such kind of things were there. And so many new technology they were used. But now, how to control all these mechanical instruments, civil engineering related instruments, or medical electronics related, biotechnology related, all those people, they have become a competition for the CSE and allied branch people. Okay, so that's why the technology breakthrough is needed here. So how can we compete with them? So for that, you have to make sure that how will you improve in your technology related skills. So various new languages you have to learn. Apart from that, logically also you have to be good enough to solve any problem come on your way. How can you solve it very effectively? Okay, so and as we have seen, the big data, three V's are involved, right? So collecting the data, so how we collect it and how much data may be, so many data may be missing, right? So when even survey, when you fill it, some of the data may not be relevant to you. So in such cases, you will just leave it. Okay, you will leave it without filling. So such kind of data will, when they process it, it will be a missing data. So when the data scientists take such kind of data, how they are going to handle the missing data? Okay, so that's a major thing they have to take care of it. Okay, so and after that, these are all like pre-processing stages. The missing data and how they are going to handle, how they are going to replace it. Okay, so you cannot delete all the missing rows. Okay, if the data, if so many fields are missing, you cannot just uh, you cannot leave them. You cannot delete them. Okay, so that may lead to extra extra like unfitting data we may get. Such kind of scenarios will happen. So we have to handle them carefully. Whether extrapolation or something you have to do to find out what are the values you are going to fill there. Okay, so there the mathematical things, whatever we have learned in operational research and all that, we will be using here for filling the missing data. Okay, so completely we cannot remove the rows which are having the missing data. And the next one is the predictions or the business value. Okay, so from the customer data, we are first the big data we are collecting about the customer. So how much it is accurate? Okay, so from that we are going to add some business value by predicting some of the future results. Okay, so yesterday uh, this many brew packets or brew or surf excel packets were sold. Last week this many were sold. So how much today it may be sold? So tomorrow how much it may be getting sold? So all those things we have to predict. Okay, so that prediction, see, if you tell that, okay, uh, uh, last week or last month 1 lakh packets, 1 kg packets were of surf excel easy was sold, means like when you predict and tell accordingly what they will do for the next month, they will be doing the production based on that. So it is not only that like prediction, whatever the data scientists predict, they are going to influence the production in a particular company, because that's going to affect the complete business. So how precisely the prediction and all people will do through as a part of this data science engineering. Okay, so initially itself, they have to, the data scientists, they have to think over all this risk and they have to do the covering accordingly. So what are the insights they can provide by collecting the customers' data and analyze it, and is it really, will it add the value to the business or not? They have to think over that, and they have to see the pattern how people have purchased or used the item. Okay, so based on that the prediction has to happen. Okay, so uh, can I ask the audience, like overall attending, so how many of you have visited Reliance Smart Bazaar? I can't see any slide. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, Parkavi.
Yeah, ma'am. Anybody, will they respond, or is it recorded and you will send to them later?
No, no, they're all here. You can ask your questions.
Okay, because I can't see anyone.
Oh, is it okay? Manisha, Suzanne has raised her hand. Go ahead, Suzanne.
Yes. Okay. Uh, can you make me like? Can I also able to see the audience?
You are the co-host and the presenter. You should be able to see. But when you're presenting, that's a limitation with the WebEx. But otherwise, you have all the permissions.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay.
Uh,
So if anybody can respond, like in Reliance Smart Bazaar, right? Once if you go, the arrangement of things in the ground floor or the first floor or wherever it is, it will be different. And next month, if you go, it will be totally different. Why they do all those things? Any idea? Think, and can you put it in the chat box? Chat, can I able to see, ma'am?
you should be able to see all of that, Parkavi. It should not limit you at all because you are a co-host.
Yeah, yeah, but
Ma'am,
Go ahead.
yeah, it is based on what are frequently brought together. Those are placed side by side. and then which are more accessible or which we pick easily. They are placed near the counter, so that when we move towards the counter, we can just take them and put it them easily. It is changed based on that.
Yeah, exactly. So they will, if they are not sold, no, they will try to push it to the customers. They will try to give the more popularity to it by in the entrance only they'll keep it. Okay, maybe they have to be sold immediately. Such kind of products, what they'll tell, the customers should get attracted to that. So they will be placed in the front. Okay, for a promotion purpose. And if they know that some of the items wherever they place, they people will be buying it. If they know that, okay, where it is, like, they will, people will go and search and buy oil kind of items, right? Salt kind of item, wherever it is, people will go search and buy, right? So no need of promotion for that and all. But if you see any other items which are not sold very frequently, they'll try to give maybe like some gas stoves or some of the cookers. These items will not buy very frequently, but by seeing that some of the discounts if they give, no, it will tempt the customers that, okay, let us buy. Okay, so like that. So that's why they try to see, they know that the fast moving product is like toothpaste, means like they will try to keep near to the toothbrush once in a while we buy, right? But toothpaste will be using it often, right? We'll buy often. So they will try to give that, okay, if you buy this is like combo, some offer they'll provide. So in the same way, they will try to promote the products. Okay, so that's why, like in these malls and all, why they keep changing the thing, and that they will analyze by using association rule mining. So this is one of the technique methodology which will help us to analyze, yeah, item which is, for example, people who bought bread. Okay, so how many times they purchased butter or cheese along with it, or egg along with it, or onion along with it? Okay, so that when they bill it, right? So this pattern will be captured. Okay, are they buying all the time? The people who are purchasing the bread, are they buying the butter also along with it? Okay, so that pattern will be analyzed. Okay, so young guys, if you take, if they are purchasing shirts with the, is it purchased with the pants or not? Chudidar tops, is it purchased with the leggings or not? So these kind of patterns will be recognized. Okay, so based on that, they will try to keep them together. So those items will be sold fast. Okay, so this can be done through the discovery process, which is a part of data science. Okay, in the data analytical process, this will be done. So now, if you look into the history of big data in 1960s or 70s, if you see, those time people were using relational database. Okay, so their first database will be created and tables. For example, student. If you take a student database, what are the tables we may maintain there? Can anybody answer? I want to hear from any boys. One girl already told answer.
Abhishek, are you there? I think Abhishek's mic is not working. I don't know if he's able to hear us. Is there
Okay, any
anyone else?
girls? Yes, girls also can answer. Yeah. Within the student database, what are the tables we may maintain?
Ma'am, may I answer?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So in a student database, we might have many different values, such as like the name of the student and one unique identifier, such as the student ID number.
No, no,
For
no, no. I am asking about tables. See, database means student database. There we
huh?
may have something like what you're telling is correct. That is part of one table. See, we
Okay.
may have in office one table will be maintained where your USN name and which department, which year, which semester, how many, what are your credits, like what is your CGPA,
Okay,
or only your
okay,
bio
okay.
data will be there. And in the
Yes,
exam
ma'am.
section also for you, another table will be maintained. Okay, there
Okay,
your
okay,
ESN and your marks, what you mentioned, no, all those things will be there. And if you're a
okay. So
hostel,
you,
in a hostel, for hostel, another table will be maintained. And
yes,
if you're a sports person, sports department, so sports department, the student detail will be stored. But here, which field, as you have mentioned, which field will be connecting all this? You mentioned, no, some student name or no. So which will be connecting all this?
The student ID.
Yes, USN. Okay, that will help us to connect all of them. Okay, so now even we are using WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, and other so many social network we are using, right? So now what happened? Like whatever we post there, it's generating the data. Whether you comment on something you like somebody's comment, or some image you post, or some video, audio, anything, whatever you post, right? So you are generating the data. It is different varieties of data you are generating. Okay, so now what happens? That even you can log into the Facebook as the developer. Okay, then what you can do, you can fetch those data and you can process it, and you can do research based on that. So students who are all doing, you can just log into the Facebook as a developer, so you can able to access the data. Okay, so even YouTube data, like whatever we are sharing, right, the blogs or vlogs, whatever people are sharing, that also can be processed. So based on that, if any outcomes if you want to provide, if the particular person is see how YouTube advertisements are appearing. So these many views, if they have got, okay, if the particular person is talking about travel, okay, so the people, what kind of products as the advertisement they can be pushed over that video? Any idea? See, for example, assume that myself, okay, if I am a if I am a YouTuber, and if I am a traveler, okay, so if I'm a popular YouTuber and a traveler, all the travel things, if I'm putting as videos, okay, so vlogs, if I'm putting, what kind of advertisements the YouTube, okay, so what they can post, what kind of advertisements can come over my video in between? Will it be like a cooking related thing? Will it come, or like textile related? Will it come, or travel related items will it come? Anybody can answer. Hello. All after lunch sleeping.
I think they all had a class and they just back, but it could be answerable, yeah.
Okay. So if I am a traveler, so the people who are watching, okay, the subscribers for my channel, they may be the people who are interested in traveling, right? So what kind of advertisements has to be put forth by the YouTube? Actually, they have to accommodate some of the advertisements which are related to the travel. Okay, so for traveling kids, what are all needed? Okay, so during the travel, what kind of things you can carry, what kind of things you can carry for cooking or to take care of yourself. So all those kinds of the items related to that kind of advertisement they can put forth. Okay, so this, the YouTube, no, they have to take care of it. Okay, that's why they, based on the advertisement only, advertisements only, they get revenue, right? So that they are providing as a salary to this YouTubers. Okay, all of you know that. Okay, and the next one is Hadoop framework. Okay, so how the Hadoop framework work? So for example, if big problem is there, it is like derived from our computer science concept only. If any big problem is given to you, that problem we cannot solve as it is. So that has to be divided into small problems, and those problems have to be, problem solution have to be integrated together to produce a final result. So the same thing only in Hadoop also, map reduce concept they will use there. Okay, so the major problem, if you have to work on some 1 lakh rows, or if you have to work on some 50,000 rows of data, So if 5 processors are there, so it will be divided into 5. All the 5 processors, they will be mapped to solve the problem. Then finally, it will be producing the result and it will be integrated together to generate the result. So the map reduce concept will be used here. Okay, so if you know DBMS already, it's better that you have to learn to work with the unstructured data also. So for that, NoSQL kind of languages you have to learn. So if you have learned to work with structured query language, then NoSQL is not a very big deal. You can easily do it. Okay, so nowadays the big data analytics field, if you look into, it's not only dealing with only the text, video data which are already collected from the customer and put, but we are going to deal with the IoT and embedded systems also. So it will be launched over in a particular place. It will be capturing the data. So that sensors and all will capture the data. It will be processed. Okay, even from the CCTV, like you capture the data, process it, and what is relevant, what is necessary data. If there are anything like so any abnormal activities are observed, it has to be processed. So the CCTV data can be captured and it has to be processed. If everything is looking normal, then no need to save the data. Okay, again, it's like because storage cost is more, right? So people coming and going in the parking lot, everything, like we cannot store it for 10 years and all. Maybe for 1 week data you can store to make sure that if there is any theft or anything happen, how to capture that. Maybe like that also how people will, these data scientists, they have to decide and tell the business people. Okay, see, for this, we have observed the data, we see that, okay, if there are any theft or any terrorist activity or anything happen, any abnormal activity happen, like who has done it, to capture that, only 1 week data is enough, only 2 days data is enough, only 15 days data is enough. So that also again, data analytics only will help us to find out that, and based on that, they will decide, okay, we will store the data for, on the backup will be stored only for 1 week. If the backup will be stored only for 1 year, like that they will decide. Okay, so for there also this the role of AML, data analytics and everything plays a major role. Okay, so even in the mall, okay, so how the arrangements of the items are kept. So I told that it is based on the patterns, how the customer purchase the items. Okay, so we have seen that the AML particular domain, it's emerging like anything, more than what we have seen in 96, 98 and all. When I myself, I have worked on the languages, what you people see as they're all not at all the basic Fortran and all we have worked on in our labs. We had a basic Fortran kind of languages. That time, if somebody has told about AA, ML and all, there are no terms only like that. So in future, what will happen beyond this machine learning? Okay, so we don't know. Something else may come. So we have to be ready. So if you are into CSC or allied branches, or because now in all the branches, they started using AML for training their machines, even the mechanical people or anybody, biotech, that's what I observe. Okay, so in future, something else may come after 5 years or after 1 decade, something else may come. So we have to be ready. The different phase of the same thing, the AML or something may come. Okay, so now here, when we collect the data in a faster way, the data also will be gathered. In faster way, it has to be processed. In faster way, it has to be stored. So will we have all the facilities provided at our end? We will not have, right? So that's why the cloud computing plays a major role. The cloud and all, why we need? Because see, I am talking to you, I have only this laptop, right? If I want to show any demo or something, so if I have some program which has to run very fast, okay, which need very higher computation, but my laptop, if it is not having, or if I'm dealing with some terabyte of data, okay, which cannot be stored in my laptop. So how can I buy such kind of facility? So nowadays it is available. Okay, so it's like in a rental basis, what we can do, we can buy from the cloud provider, cloud service providers. Okay, it may be only to store your data or only for computation purpose. Okay, so or only for processing purpose. We can buy the facility, we can use it. Okay, so it's like how in the mobile also, mobile service also, prepaid and postpaid it is there, right? Similarly, here also in the cloud services also, what we can prepay and use it. Once if the amount is only this many units we can use, after that you will not have that service. Okay, or what you can do, you can use it at the end, the charge will be sent to you, you have to pay that. Okay, so here the what is the advantage of cloud? We will be having elasticity here. Okay, so the scalability facility is there. So at any point of time you will not feel that you have only one system, so you will be using your system like a terminal. Okay, you will key in your data, you will key in what is the command you want to execute or the program you want to execute, that will be executed at the end. Okay, the cloud server will take care of it. Okay, so how many of you have worked with Amazon cloud services? So what you have worked, can you tell?
Has anyone worked on AWS?
No, ma'am. No, not yet.
Okay, no problem, no problem. No problem. So it's very nice. Like actually, through IEEE only we have gone one of the project-based learning. There they have demonstrated. It's very easy. Once if you learn it right, it's very easy to work with cloud. Okay, so how to launch a website. So it will be giving you, when you launch the website initially, it will be giving you very big machine code, machine, and the name and all will be very length. But the customer will not feel comfortable to enter that name. It may be of some 256 characters length. So that has to be mapped to one small name which can be understandable. So all these things, they very nicely they handle it. Okay. So if you have some information, if you want to have the insight into it, data analytics will help you to do that. Okay, and even if you feel like some of the data, what information or what value I can extract out of it. Okay, so if you're a good data scientist, by studying the data, really you can able to extract some useful information out of it. So which will add the value to the business people. Okay, so big data use cases, next one. So this will help us to find out what are the products can be developed. So companies like Netflix and all, automatically they will suggest which films you can, like if a kid is watching, so cartoon related films, okay, that can be suggested. Okay, or if any old people are watching, maybe like theological related kind of things, it will be suggesting. Okay, or if you consider any tsunami related data or weather related data and all, okay, so they play a major role, right? Because using these data, we will be instructing the farmers, or that will give the recommendation or suggestion to the farmers or the fishermen whether they can go for their work. Their livelihood only, it is depending on these kind of real time predictions. Okay, so there we have to handle the data properly and the prediction should be done properly. Okay, and the next one is customer experience. So most of the time in the social media, what we'll be sharing, like our experiences, where we are traveling, what we are eating, those things only we'll share there, right? So with which friend we have roamed where, so all those things only will be expressing in the social media. So here, this customer experience, the social media, how effectively it can be used by the business people. So how data scientists, they can take up this social media data to add some value to the businesses. For example, if I am a person, if I have some 100 friends, okay, so whom I can who are my friends, they can able to see my posts every day. In such case, what can be done? Another person is there who has only some 50 friends. So if some company is there, if they want to promote some product, which person they have to target? A person who is having 100 friends or the person who is having 50 friends? Whom they will be preferring more? The person who is having 100 friends, they'll be targeting first. Okay, so to that person, the promotional video or any image or any poster that will be sent to that person. So that person, he will be okay, he will be again reverting it back. So what will happen? So other his friends also, they can able to see that. In that way the promotion can happen. So in this way, the customer experience which are shared in the social media, so that will help and add the value to the business. The next one is fraud and compliance. So how we can identify any fraudulent messages or mails in our which are coming to into our inboxes. So if many people have marked some of the uh, mail IDs as spam, or in the true caller also, right? If we have marked some of the incoming call numbers as the disturbance numbers, spam calls, like it's like product related advertisement, means we'll mark it, right? So based on that, that suggestion will help for the new users. Okay, what log information the other people have done, so that will give the input for the new users. Okay, in Truecaller this is really very much used, all of you might have experienced. Okay, so even using machine learning, what we do, will train the machine. Okay, so we won't just to program them, add these two numbers, okay, perform the subtraction, like that we will not do. We will teach the pattern. Okay, so it will learn it and it will do it. Okay, so now we'll move on to the big data challenges. So what are the different challenges here? There are, every now and then new technologies are coming. So how are we going to handle the software in a high level? They have to be executed, and more amount of data also there, which will be collected from, gathered from the users or from the IoT devices. Where are we going to store them? How long we are going to store them? How will we handle the missing data? All those are major challenges. Okay, so even many organizations, they struggle to find out which data are really adding value, which are not adding value. Okay, only the a person, see, if you ask me something, I will tell, okay, this particular data is having a value. Same thing if you ask my colleague, that person will tell that no, that data, it is useless data. So it's like data scientist perspective. Okay, so organizations still struggle to find out, like how, which data is essential, which data is not essential. They have to classify it and they have to store it. Okay, and the next one is, if there are any missing data, how are we going to pre-process it? How are we going to clean it? These are all playing a major role. Okay, major challenges for the big data. So any data, first, if you consider what are the major steps involved here in the big data analytics, the first one, we have to collect the data. Then how are we going to store it? Where we are going to store it? How are we going to handle it? And then only we are going to analyze that. Okay, so whatever you analyze, finally, you cannot tell that the this person maybe he may purchase this particular item 0.09 probability, like that. If you tell to a layman, he will not understand. So you have to show it like pictorially, visually, in the visualization format. You have to show, okay, this may be purchase, like this age category people, how many products they will, how many chocolates they'll purchase, how many items they may purchase from the shop. Okay, so like a graph, if you show that, that will give really a major impact. Like business people or any customers, if they look into that particular graph, they will know that, they will understand, okay, this is the way how the data analytics here it works. Okay, whether we can use this for our business or not, they will decide and tell you. So even if you people if you are doing any data analytics or AML or whatever you do, finally, you should not give only the mathematical, the numerical result. Finally, you have to give everything as a visual representation, like a graph you have to show. Give like a mathematical results also you give, but you have to show it like a graph also you have to show. So next we'll move on to big data applications in different domains. So big data big data analytics can be used in healthcare. Some of them I have listed here. Even in educational data mining, it can be used. Manufacturing, media and entertainment, in the IoT field, even government, they use the big data application. Okay, so in the industries, if you see, so automatically how to arrange the things, or how to produce the chocolates automatically in that so there and all, people will be making use of this. In medical field, if you see how many patients they come every day. Okay, so how many specialists are needed in a particular hospital. So such kind of predictions can be done. So based on that, the hospitals, they can tell that, okay, on Tuesday, not much people come, so only one specialist is enough. So don't call all the specialists. So that kind of decision they make based on these predictions. Okay, so even vehicles, if you consider which vehicle is durable, which will give more mileage. Okay, so such kind of prediction will give for the vehicles, and which company vehicle people are purchasing more. Okay, so that can be predicted. So based on that, the review and all, it can be given to the new purchasers, so they will select the vehicle based on that. Okay, even for the retail, if you see, I have given the example, no, like for example, Surf Excel 1 kg packet, if you have. Okay, so last month this many are sold out. So next month, how many needed for in the particular mall? Okay, so based on that, they will order and keep. So last month only some 50,000 packets were sold. Mean this month they can try only for some 55,000 or 60,000. They will not abruptly like 1 lakh. They will not order and keep. So it will lead to the loss. Okay, so to avoid the loss for retailers, this will be really working a lot. So big data in health science domain. Okay, so how we can provide the medicine, suggest a medicine to the people. For that purpose and all, we can use this big data analytics. Okay, so for example, diabetic people or any skin allergy people, if you consider, right? So in this particular age category, this drug we have offered, we have suggested them, they have taken, they are healed completely. Or what are the side effects for male, how the side effect, for female, how the side effect, and based on the age, if those things are known, if that pattern, if it is captured and stored, based on that, the doctor, when he get the because nowadays doctors also, they log into their tab, right? They'll see the softwares. Okay, so when they are entering these things, so that recommend a system, automatically it will show that this age person, she's a female. Okay, previously this particular medicine was suggested, these are the side effects, so will we provide or not? So that can be based on that, he will see, he will not get any mathematical value, numerical value, he'll get like a graph. Okay, so based on that, the doctor will decide, and specialist, he will provide the medicine accordingly. Okay, even nowadays the wearable technology, that plays a major role. Even we worked on some of the Samsung Prism projects, where like people sleep patterns, right? So that how that can be captured through the wearable device. So we have worked on that project. It was really very good project. So from the watch, right? So how will it be connected to your mobile? And you have to whether you are happy or not. If you're happy, how is your heart rate? So all those things can be captured, oxygen levels, so all those things can be captured, and it will be stored. Okay, so based on that, any further recommendation, so the person is like, he has slept this much time, he has done exercise this much time, he has walked this much time, so his heart rate was like this, there are no problems further. Okay, so like that means, so that data can be captured in the server. So based on that, what can be done? One second. So based on that, for the other people, okay, other Samsung device users, right? So based on that, the suggestion can be provided to them. See, you are of this particular age category. If you do this much exercise, if you do this much walking, this much sleep, if you take, then your health will be maintained. So that suggestion can be provided. But again, here all the people data will be captured and it will be stored in the cloud. But the privacy has to be preserved. Again, that is a major privacy preservation playing a major role. But for the betterment of society, as a society together, only these kind of applications can be handled. And even if you take during COVID time or any flood and all, if it happens, right? So how, for example, during COVID time, many of us know from the particular region, for example, in Vijayanagar area, like if everybody is searching, like fever for cold, for cough, what is the remedy? Everybody searching means the Google can identify that. So what they used to provide to the government automatically, they were sending alert in this area people are searching more. So there is some vulnerability there, that COVID kind of symptom is there. So like you can accordingly they have to take remedial action. The government, they have taken remedial action, sending some healthcare workers to that particular place to go and see what's happening in Vijayanagar area. Okay, so like that, for many other diseases, if they are very contagious, like if they are spreading across, everybody will be searching about it, right? So immediately some contact healthcare person has to be contacted and to go and see really in the real time anything is happening like that, why people are searching about that particular disease. So that can be done. Okay, so even the healthcare organizations and all, if you take, so they have to put forth their more effort to capture the data for the betterment of the patients. Okay, so even I have seen one of our MTech student worked on the scanning will happen, right? So that scanning machines and all will be there in the x-ray machines or scanning machines, whatever the MRI scanning machines and all there, right? If they are launched by Philips or some other companies, so from their company only they will know that, okay, this machine has like worked to this endurance, then it has to be like done, any service or something has to be done. Okay, so as by sitting in the Philips, they will come to know that whatever the MRI scanner, if it is there in the Ramaya hospital, is it like worn out or not? Okay, so if one machine like that, if many machines, if their working condition, if they have if found out and if they have analyzed it, so they will be working fine for this particular amount of duration. After that, it has to be serviced. Okay, so like that kind of actions can be taken only based on the data analytics. So data analytics plays a major role not only for customer related data, the machines which are related to the healthcare or any other domain, they also plays a major role. So ma'am, can we have some 5-minute break? Okay, we'll break for 5 minutes.
Yeah, Parkavi, we can break for 5 minutes.
Yeah. So we'll join at 3:40. Yeah.
10 minutes, 3:45, 10
Yeah.
minutes break.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
can use. Okay, so for example, on a particular day, if maybe Wednesday or Thursday, if many number of patients are usually if they are coming, that pattern can be recognized, and based on that, more staffs can be allotted on those days. So other days,
Parkavi, are you
um,
sharing your screen? We can't see your screen. We are only able to see a video.
oh, okay, I didn't share now. I didn't share now. Correct.
No, no problem.
Now you can see, ma'am.
Yeah, it's loading. Just give a minute.
Can see.
It's still loading for me. It's just a gray screen now. Can others see the screen?
Ma'am,
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, Parkavi. For me, I think there's a delay. Yeah, please. Now I can see. Go ahead.
Okay. So even I have seen that, like recently I have gone for some minor procedure in the hospital. Later on when I went, I have to carry the records. Few scripts I have missed out and went, the doctor was asking for that. So these kind of like we feel very discomfort, right? Sometimes every time we have to carry all the records. So 10 years records, if there are like same disease, if we have continuity, mean say every time we have to see where is those records, we have to, they ask for that, right? So but in electronic health record maintenance, if it is there, this is very easy. So whatever the disease treatment you have taken, everything will be managed so easily, like from one specialist to another specialist also. If they want to see our health record, easily they can handle it. That is the advantage of EHR. Um, and the next one is real-time alerting. So by using the wearables, it's very easy, right? If anything chronic disease, if we have or any heart attack kind of things or anything, if suddenly some elderly person falling down or women suddenly like they're fainting down kind of situations are happening, means what can be done? Immediately the alert can be sent to the nearby their neighborhood people, okay, their family members or neighborhood people, it can be done. Okay, so now we have done with this. So like this, some more examples I have given. See, sometimes what we do, if cold and cough means like what our friends are taking, what our parents have taken, we'll see that, okay, so let us also, I also got cold and cough, okay, let us try the same drug. Okay, so what will happen, that will not work in the same way how it worked for the other people, right? So for some people it may be allergic, it may lead to the very severe emergency situation it may raise. Okay, so we have to avoid all these kind of things. So how people have taken the drugs for particular disease, so all those things can be collected and kept and analyzed. Okay, so this category people, if, when they have taken this one with a doctor prescription, without doctor prescription, male or female, or adult or small child, so how the drug has worked on them, what are the severity issues at the end, so all those things can be collected together and they can be analyzed. So in future, if there are any if any serious emergency case happen, then finally they have like survived or not survived. Okay, so those details can be kept in the log. Using data analytics, what we can do in future, if any other things, any person is taking like that, if they are getting admitted into emergency case, what is the survival rate? What can be done to make them survive? Okay, so these kind of prediction to make the necessary action, the big data analytics plays a major role. So now I just want you people to you can select, all of you, what you can do, it's like a hands-on session. So I will tell you how to do and I will tell what you're supposed to do in the Word document when you are doing also. Okay, so like that, each one of you in one page write up you have to make whatever I'm going to tell, but in the exact paper writing you have to write in an elaborated manner. So whenever you are writing any paper, what are the major things you have to do first? Like first abstract you have to do. So let's see. document here. So I think all of you can see my document, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
when you are writing, what I have learned, okay, so from 2008 onwards, I started writing papers and all. Okay, so what I have followed, which is easy for my method, so you can also try that. Okay, so title you can give it at the end. Okay, usually whenever a child born, first a name will give, but with respect to paper, what you have to do, give the title at the end. Okay, so that will be a clear idea you will get at the end. Then after that, abstract. Okay, so abstract also here what you have to do. First thing, when you want to write a paper, what is the problem? Okay, what's the problem you have, or what you want to solve? Okay, so that you have to focus. Okay, and is there any new solution which you feel it may suit that? Okay, so all these things you just write it like a blueprint. Okay, so that will not exactly put it in the abstract. Okay, so many times when we see, right, mini project in the sixth sem or final year students, when they come, no, so they will come up with the thing, right, ma'am, we want to do this project. Okay, whatever the problem you brought, okay, first you have to, what you have to do, first thing you have to do the literature study. So what is your problem, keep it, you just make that idea, 2-3 lines you write it and keep, you be clear with that. Today you will come and tell that, okay, I want to do the brain tumor analysis, like image processing, in that I want to do. Tomorrow you should not come with your team and tell that, no ma'am, we want to do for oral cancer. Like that you should not keep on, anyway it is same, like related cancer only, no ma'am, we'll switch from brain tumor to the oral cancer. No, you should not. What is the problem, stick to that. Whether it is like you feel it is good or not, your friend in your team feel good or not, first if you are fixed to that, in that only you have to whatever the changes you want to do, you can keep on doing it. So for example, if I have taken something related to thyroid, okay, so thyroid related problem, okay, so there I want to do the prediction. Okay, so how can I do that? Okay, so this is my problem. Okay, so thyroid related, these are all the symptoms. Some people will tell, right, in our family, if somebody has thyroid issue, if somebody else come and ask me, oh, you are not getting sleep, more hair fall, uh, dry skin, okay, you have thyroid. Like that we should not conclude it. Or putting on weight or reducing weight, okay, putting on weight means hypothyroidism, reducing weight, hyperthyroidism. You should not be like that. Okay, some parameters specifically needed, which doctor will be seeing in, same parameters we have to check. So what are the parameters? Okay, any problem if you take, what are the parameters that we have to take? So now, literature study, any problem before you start writing the paper or before you start doing the project, what you have to do? You have to study the existing works, existing research works, what people have done in it, what researchers have done. Okay, so you should not go and search 1961 what they wrote. Okay, that will be very old. So what you do, 2024, 2023, 2022, like that you go. So in each year, what you can do? Some 2 papers you can study. Are you getting? So like that you study. 2 papers you can study in each year. So at least some, as you are in, if you are in beginner level, like 2 papers, then more if you want to do 3 papers you make, like that. It's some 5 years study you have to do. Preliminary level, in the B level if you want to do. Okay. So you study them. What are the important points you are getting from them? Important points. When you are studying, right? Some of them, some of the points, what you study from the paper, it won't make any sense to you. Okay. So such points you don't consider. Okay. So whatever points, like it will pop up, right? Oh, this is the new idea, what they have done. Okay. Such kind of important key points you take down. Okay. And you can narrate it in your own terms. Own terms in the document. You can, in the Word document only, you can type it. Okay, you don't copy and put it in the chat GPT, ask it to narrate it for you. Don't do that. Okay, that's not a correct way of doing. Don't do that. Okay, so for example, let's see. Thyroid disease prediction. Okay, 2024 things. Whenever you are referring, you refer papers. If you want your paper to be very, your study to be very good one, no, literature study, refer the papers from Science Direct or MDPI or IEEE, okay, Springer, okay, Sage Journal, Elsevier, IGI Global, these journals paper, then ACM papers, okay, these kind of papers only, these kind of journals, good, very good journals only you should refer. You should not simply refer some journal. Okay. So see here, thyroid disease treatment prediction with the machine, that is 2021. Okay. So even in 21, we have to study some papers, I told, right? So what you can do, you can study that paper. So like that, you have to study more number of papers. Okay, so here see, thyroid is an endocrine gland locator. So something related to that is there. Okay, so when you are going,
Actually,
ma'am.
are you showing? We can only see a Word document. Are you sharing something else?
Oh, okay, this is not. Okay, okay, I'll share my complete screen. Correct.
Sure, thank you.
Okay. So I have just searched thyroid disease prediction to papers I searched. Okay, so can you able to see the Science Direct paper it's showing? So there you have to go and study. Okay, so when you are view PDF also there, so go through that. For example, when I study here, prediction about the treatment can be important for supporting endocrinologist activities and improve the quality of the patient's life. Okay, so if I feel like, okay, the treatment from the first paper, okay, from the paper one, I found that the treatment, what they take will improve the patient's life. Like that, you can write, narrate it in your own term, own words you use to describe it. Okay. So here, this is the one which we have referred, right? So now I will tell you once, if you keep on editing automatically, how that can be edited. Okay. So for that, what you can do, you can go to references. Okay. Manage sources you can do. Okay, so here I can add new author. Okay, so type of sources, journal, article, author name. Author name, what is that? Lerino. These things are there, right? So that I'll copy. Author names I'll copy. I'll put it here. Okay. Okay, so like that, all the author names I can copy and put it there. Then the title is thyroid disease treatment prediction. That is the title. Okay. Then even if you click on site, it will show you. So from there also you can copy and put it. Citation to text. So it will open here. Citation, if you can open it. Okay, so there it will show. So this is the names of the author. I can copy and put it here. Okay, so like this I can put comma, you put and put it. Then journal name. What is the journal name here? It's showing in the Procedia Computer Science. So that you copy Procedia Computer Science. Year 2021. Okay, so 2021. Pages, what it is showing? Pages 1031 to 1040. Okay, so in Word document, I'm managing the sources. Okay, volume is 192. Okay, so all these things we can put it, then enter. So now it is added. Okay, so what will happen? No, if you have written paper already, every time when you want to edit, if there are some 20-30 papers, every time from the first paper I have referred. See, for example, here this particular content, no, it is from the first paper. I will type it as one here. Then after that, that paper may become second one. So what I'll do, every time I have to edit in my paper. So instead of that, here I can cite that paper here. Insert citation. Okay, so which one? The paper, the first one, right? Lerina Aversano. So that one I can put first paper. Okay, so now similarly, any number of paper you can do. So automatically they will get edited. And bibliography also at the end. If you want to insert the bibliography, you can insert it. So now only one paper I have put it, right? So maybe like I have to change the sources little. It's like MLBM, it has come like that. So if we edit it properly, right? Their name one by one, separated by comma, if you give, right? Edit. The author names, we have to edit it here. Maybe comma, we have to replace with semicolon. So like that, if we give, all will be taken as now you see. So like that, similar things if you edit, right? So any number of now this we can update it. Okay, so like that, any number of papers you can refer and write. But what you are going to do, you are going to open the paper, study it. What are the important points you are understanding from that paper? That only you are going to put it in the literature study. Okay, so related to your problem statement, whatever you are addressing, okay, so that literature study related to that only you have to do. Then after that, implementation and methodology. So here, how you are trying to solve? Okay, see, for example, these people, the other people, 10 paper, if you are studying, they might have used different methods. Okay, one might have used naive-bayes method, or one might have taken the image. Okay, what is the scanning result they might have taken? So if you want to solve it by taking the readings, okay, so first let us have the blueprint. Okay, collect the parameters related to the thyroid disease. Okay, that has to be collected from the blood sample. Okay, so whether you want TSH, T3, T4, okay, so like that you can give using which method. Okay, so for example, using decision tree, I want to predict. Okay, using decision tree, the thyroid prediction will be done in our system. Like that you can write. Okay, and for that you have to draw. So what is the first step, what is the second step, what is the third step, all those things you draw. If there are fine tuning, like if you are looping them again and again, so that also you can represent. So for your method, draw the flow diagram. You can draw the system architecture. Okay, how will be the data collected? Okay, so in that system diagram, what you have to do, system architecture, how is the data collected? So all those things you have to mention. Okay, so this is the way. Then you have to describe whatever describe the any flow diagram or any system architecture involving many blocks. If you are drawing, all the things what you have to do, describe about the steps what will be carried out. Okay, clearly you have to tell. Okay, any diagram if you are drawing, you have to describe about it. For example, if I am drawing a diagram here, for diagram also, if you have multiple diagrams, right, for each and every diagram you have to give that what is the figure number, what's the figure name, and what you are doing in that. So okay, I will put only one box and show you. You people can draw a diagram related to the thing whatever you are doing. Okay, so like this one diagram is there. Assume that this is a diagram. Okay, so I can put the figure here. If I'm putting this as system architecture to predict thyroid disease. Okay, so I want to give it as figure 1. So what I can do here, I can go and give cross reference, insert caption I can give. Okay, it's a figure 1 I want to give. Okay, so it will become figure 1. Okay, so now this format, whichever format you want, you can format it accordingly. Okay, so like this, if you have some 10 diagrams, see figure 2, if you are bringing up and if you are moving it, see here how is the data collected. It is shown in figure 1. If I have typed it figure 1, if later if this figure become figure 2, no, everywhere you have to change it. So what you can do, shown in, I can cite it here. Insert, sorry, not insert caption, it's cross reference. Cross reference, you have to go. Okay, so number diagram, you'll be having figure. Okay, so whether you want entire caption or only label and number, so you can give that. So it is inserted. So shown in figure 1. You got it? So similarly, you can do the table, equation, anything you can number like that. So no need that every time you have to go and edit it wherever the references or figure names or like that. Okay. So now system diagram, everything is done. Then if you have any code, okay, which is playing a very major role in your system design. Okay. So that code you can put it or you can represent that as the algorithm. Okay, it's better to show the algorithm, pseudocode or algorithm. If you represent it step by step procedure, that's very much well pleased. Okay, then after that, then what we have to do, this code or algorithm if you have put also, again you have to explain the algorithm or code you have to explain it detailedly. Okay, 1 or 2 paragraphs you have to explain. Then after that, you can put the results. What is the results of your, what did you find out? Okay, at the end, what is the result you have generated? Okay, that result snapshot you can put. Okay, so along with that, you have to explain the result. Okay, then finally what you have to do? Finally you have to do the conclusion. So now when you do the results, right? So after that, discussion also you have to do with respect to the comparison of existing methodologies. For example, in this thyroid prediction, right? So with respect to the thyroid prediction of the previously how people have found out. So with that, we have to compare and give a study. See, previously neighbors they used only 80 percentage. It is correct. Then they used some other method, association rule mining or something. In that 75 percentage only accuracy. So like that, if you want to give, and your method how it is accuracy provision in your method. So that thing you can put it in a table and show. Same thing in a graphical method you can compare and show. Okay, so in this way you can write your paper. In the conclusion, what you have to do, previously these are all the other researchers, what people have done, people did already, the researchers, what was the gap in it, and how you have tried to fill the gap. Okay, what was the thing missed out in the previous research, how we have overcome that you have to show. Okay, then after the conclusion, what you have to do, you have to show the references you have to list out. Okay, so in this way you can write your paper. Okay, so now what you're going to do, you can specify which, in the chat box you can in the chat only you can mention which topic you are going to focus. You can mention there. Okay, now I can see the chat. Okay, good. So all of you can put which topic you are going to consider for today's assignment. Okay, in this assignment, we are going to consider 2 or 3 best assignments, and certificates will be provided. First, second, third prizes, certificates we are planning to provide. Okay, so technical paper writing, like on data analytics. Okay, so in that, this one assignment we are going to do now. Okay, so in that assignment, who is doing really well will find out, and it is depending on what problem you are selecting also. Okay, what good problem, how good you are in selecting the problem. For that also some marks will provide. Okay, then I have mentioned what are the content should be there in the paper. Okay, so those things you have to do. Maybe like 1 or 2 pages you write paper. Okay, with the content, what are the content should be there in the paper, I have told you, right? If you want, you can take a snapshot of this, or any paper if you refer also, it will be in this format. Okay, so after finding out everything, you give a good name here. Okay, so after writing literature study everything, now you formulate your abstract. What you have, what is the problem, how you are trying to solve. Okay, so that you can narrate it and write it now. Okay, so previously it was not clear to us. So now what you have done, what people have done already, what was missing, everything you have studied. Okay, so now at the end, write the abstract here. So at the end, write abstract. Okay, then give a nice title. Give a suitable title to describe what is the problem you are going to solve and using which method you solved. Okay, so that you have to give it at the end. Okay, so these things you want me to copy and put it in the chat. I'll put it anyway. Or you can see that. I'll just put it for your reference. How good it comes, I don't know, but yeah. So some things are coming. You can see that. Okay.
Parkavi, can we share, save that document and share that? That will be easier.
That is roughly I got typed now. Is that okay?
No problem. Yeah, that's good enough. You've explained it well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. So what should I do? I have to. Okay, I'll save it
Save
and
this.
I'll
Yeah,
send
yeah,
you. I'll
absolutely.
send.
Right.
So
Thanks.
okay, ma'am. So now all of you are going to do whatever I have explained. You are not going to use ChatGPT. Okay, any generative AI you are not going to use. Okay, so everything you are going to do it on your own. Okay, and you put forth your ideas, your creativity. You put forth and you try to write the paper like 1 or 2 pages. You write and send me. Okay, we'll see that. So which is good, then we'll select it and we'll give first 3 prizes. Certificates will be provided. So all the best for all of you. So by 5:30 I'll send a Google form. Okay, so till then I want all of you to be you can just log in and keep it, or how can we do, ma, become a
Uh, yeah. So probably we can all be here, or let them send it to you, Parkavi. We can end this call and let them send it via email. I'll give your email ID to them.
no, ma'am. 5-10 minutes. Let them be online. I'll create a Google form and share. So when they
Okay.
copy the link, they can leave.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah, we can do
Yes,
that as
ma'am.
well.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now all the participants, your time starts now. You can start doing it. If you have any doubts,
Parkavi, you're on mute if you're talking.
yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I have shared my contact number. If you have any doubts, you can call me. So by 5:30, we want to end this. So 1 page, if you do and send also, okay. 1 or 2 pages, minimum 1, maximum 2. Okay, neatly you do and send me. Format, you have to take care. Format, it should be like Times New Roman. Font size. I will be very much particular about format. So take care of format. Okay, so title should be centralized. You can copy the content and put all of you. Title should be centralized. Title font size is 14. And side headings, font size 13. Internal contents, font size 12. Okay. So if you have diagram, figure heading should be below the figure. Okay. And if you have a table, table also should have a table number and table title. So that should be above the figure. Okay. So these are the things. So take care of it and do copy the content from the chat and keep it for your reference. So let's see who will win. Okay. So all the best to all of you. Be online. So I will send the Google form link. Then you can quit.
Vatsalya, Manisha, Gayatri, what do you guys want to do? Would you just send that by 5:30, or you want to be part of this? We'll finish it and then close the call.
Ma'am, we'll send it by 5:30. Is that fine?
Okay, fine. Yeah, as long as you don't have any questions and you can do it on your own, great. But in case while working on this, if you have question, then we can have this session open. Yeah. So in case you think you
Okay.
can do it on your own, great. That sounds good, right, Parkavi? Then they can work on that
Yes,
at that
yes,
and they
yes,
will send it. Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Only the Google Form link I'll send them now.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. That's all. Okay, thank you, participants. Thank you, Ambika ma'am, for this wonderful opportunity.
Thanks so much, Parkavi. I think this is quite insightful. And you've already shared your number, right? In case they have any questions, they'll reach out to you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
And once you share the form, I think
yes.
we'll have the details. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Parkavi. Thanks,
Okay,
everyone.
ma'am. Yeah.
Bye bye.